Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Thanks for joining me today here on the corner of Church Street and South Orange Avenue. You can barely see the street signs right there on the top of that street pole. And why am I focusing the camera on this building? Because progress has taken over downtown Orlando. And you can see these massive buildings, a home loans building. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's a Chase credit card bank company. But right here, years and years and years ago, was actually a scary haunted house by the name of Terror on Church Street. But do not be afraid. That roadside attraction, horror themed, is actually dead, to put it segue-ish into there, and gone, and it's no longer there. But someone that is here, right here. Look who I found.
This on the ground. I'm gonna feed it to the birds.
I found wandering around the streets of the old Church Street. Scott Yukin, everyone.
Taste the bird, the bread. Give me. The fishes don't want the bread. You think the bird would want bread?
Are you reenacting a scene from Mary Poppins?
Yes.
Feed the birds. Is that a puffin? Puppet? Is it a puffin or a puffin?
There's hair on this.
That's disgusting.
It's a little gross.
Why were you touching that?
Because it was on the ground. The birds were eating it.
You could have introed yourself into the vlog a little bit
creepy, gross,
nasty,
gross.
A hair-ridden.
It looks like it's got some bacteria.
Is that jelly or
jelly.
blood?
I think it's jelly. It's purple, and
See, I was going to introduce you because right over here was a haunted attraction called Terror on Church Street, and you are a self-proclaimed aficionado.
No, I'm not
of haunt.
You're giving me titles like that. That's way too much of me. You're like, whoa, he's up here.
Yeah, well,
like,
you are a fan, a proverbial
with a
person
with a
of
P.
knowledge
Yeah.
when it comes to haunted attractions in the Halloween season. But you progressed the Halloween season all through your lifetime.
That's kind of. I never got to see this though. I never got to see.
Yeah, this right here was a fantastic place. You can Google the information called Terror on Church Street, and I'm sure all of your friends who are also into old school attractions remember that place, and they probably spin some yarns and tell some stories about that particular place.
It was like one of the biggest things here. Like there was a big giant spider on the wall. Did you already talk about that? Or?
No, I did not. I think it actually was torn down. I think part of it burned. Mm-hmm. I could be incorrect, or maybe when people left the place, they were so afraid their hearts felt like they were burned and on fire.
And that's what
kind of like in the second incarnation of the Indiana Jones trilogy when the guy rips out his heart.
And he goes, Kalima!
Was it actually on fire?
Well, yeah, no,
partially.
No, when he dumps into the pit,
right?
The guy's like, Kalima, and then he sets on fire and
then exactly. That's what happened on. There was a lot of probably things that happened. A lot of people complained about their hearts ablaze. And now there is no Terror on Church Street.
That's how
and there is still Church Street, which people drive down. That's what we're walking down now at the moment. But this used to be a thriving, entrepreneurial bucket of goodness, if you will, for the tourist industry here in Orlando. It's nowhere near as popular as it once was. This was actually the focal point of downtown Orlando nighttime tourism. And this is Church Street Station. And it stretches right here from Orange Avenue and goes all the way up to I-4 when you're driving down Interstate 4. Depending on which way you're driving, look over to the side of the road and you can actually see Church Street. And there's still a lot of businesses open. There's a lot of people bringing food in, bringing drinks in. There's a lot of open breweries.
Leyland, is that the same company that's from Alien without the L? Like that's a setup to Alien right there.
Game over, man! Game over! I never did the intro. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily. Different cadence for the Daily Woo today. But it's the Daily Woo. Running in to Scott, I pick up bread off the side of the road infested with hair and blood.
I'm pretty sure that was jelly. I know you were going for the, look, it's a scary place.
This is the internet. This is the internet. Nothing is true here. I try to keep a degree of truth, but you have to overemphasize some things to make things more exciting. I don't use CGI in these vlogs, so I have to overemphasize.
Is this the first, second, and third Star Wars where it's all shot on the green screen? And
well, that was just the ones that came back later when they put them back in the theaters later. We don't like to talk about.
Oh no! Oh, we're not talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking about those versions. We're talking about the original OG.
We're talking about the ones that came out in the 1990s.
Look at this. I do not mean to stifle your Star Wars talk, but look at that. Church Street Market. That sign has been there for a while. In fact, if you look very closely to it, where it says Church Street below it, there's a sign that says Market. And the M, the A, and the R are completely burned out, and the front facings of them have been removed. So now it's just Church Street Kent. Not Kit from Knight Rider, but Ket. Church Street Ket. And this has been here for ages and ages. And as you can see, it's still used, and it is still a popular area for people out here at night and people during the day walking their dogs. Your face is very creepy, Scott, when doing that. It's trying to show the dog walking in a non-creepy fashion. But this is Church Street Station. A lot has changed over the years. I moved to St. Cloud in 1991. That's about 30 minutes, 30 miles from Orlando, Florida. And when I moved there in 91, when I would come up to Orlando as a teenager into my late teen years to visit the nightlife of Orlando, none of these buildings were here. These are like apartments now called 55 West. None of this was actually here, nor was that rusty spoon. That's kind of like a horror film too, because a lot of people say it's more dangerous to get stabbed with a rusty spoon than a clean,
you'll get
unrusty knife.
All of you, and like, is that how you get gangrene? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. But if someone came after me with a rusty spoon and was like, "I want to scoop out your eye," I'd be like, "Whoa,
Scoop out your eye?"
Yeah, because like,
what kind of dreams do you have at night?
Maybe he's an ice cream man. Like that could be the setup to a movie.
There's already been a movie called Ice Cream Man.
I know.
It had what's his name brother in it?
Ron Howard's brother.
Ron Howard's brother. Anybody know Ron Howard's brother's name? And how many movies has he been in?
1 million.
Less or more than 200?
I would say more.
I'm going to say more than. Anybody know Ron Howard's brothers? The less attractive of the Howard, I'm going to say clan, but the brothers.
But he makes
not that
more
Ron
money
Howard,
in
Ron
cameo.
Not that Ron Howard is the most attractive man in the world. Unless you're listening, Ron Howard, because I'd love to be in one of your movies.
And you can make a movie called The Rusty Spoon, and it could be about a guy who comes out and scoops.
Soundgarden song? I'm going to break that rusty spoon. Right, that's actually Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash?
Covered
like
that
as
well.
There you go.
Or, was that Alice in Chains?
Oh, hey, the train.
Wait, there's a train.
Is it the
Speaking
Sunrail?
of Johnny Cash,
is it the Sunrail?
There's a train coming. It's coming round the bend.
I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when.
And you were pointing out a Johnny Cash item that I'm actually wearing.
Yes, it's a great Johnny Cash.
You like my Johnny Cash shirt?
Okay.
When I first saw him before the vlog started, he goes, "Nice Johnny Cash shirt." Well, hate to tell you, that is not Johnny Cash.
This is what's going to save Orlando right here. This is the Sunrail.
All right, so explain how is this going to be the savior?
Well, this is the savior
of
Orlando. So what it does, it connects the north part of Orlando to the south.
Which is that way.
That way.
That would be north.
That would be north-ish.
North-ish.
It ends in
not
DeBerry.
Technically exactly north, but it's somewhat
ends
north.
right now in
right down there
in Sand Lake. So it kind of connects to the airport, but
kind
not
of
really.
North,
not
south.
really.
But one day, like you were saying, this is going to be the savior of Orlando.
That's what they're saying, but it's really not going to happen.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, well,
so not only are you an expert on horror roadside attractions and scary places, you're an expert on trains.
I
not heavy-duty trains, but light rail trains.
Small train. So
there's the old train station, actually. This has actually been here for ages and ages and ages and ages. I'm not sure if they actually still use it, but they have refurbished it. It actually looks pretty amazing. In fact, we should actually walk over there.
Go in there.
See, I was distracted by the light rail.
Sunrail.
The excitement, the light rail, sunrail.
Sunrail.
Same thing, different thing.
It comes from
what's the difference?
Well, the sun is what emanates the rays of
light. What is a light rail? I've heard of a light rail.
Is that like a Shakasura or whatever?
It's not a monorail.
You're pushing it.
But it's not a light rail. It's a sun rail. But who's the father of the sun rail? Speaking of Star Wars, railed, I am your father. So this is the old train station. You can actually see the original woodwork up here. Check this out. This is really awesome. Doing a lot of different newfangled. That is an original door. Look at this. That is heavy duty stuff. See, they're doing a lot of work in here. And this is the old train station. Look at this. The old train station. Man, look at the banisters. Look at the chandeliers. Look at this. Scott, look at this. Come in. This is Orlando history right in front of us. Sorry, I did not mean to nestle your ear. Luckily, this was not a rusty spoon.
Oh my gosh, I would have gone, and then you'd be like...
You're really disturbed by my finger touching your ear.
My ear.
When you picked up the most gargantuanly nasty sandwich I've ever seen in my life. You're holding the most disgusting thing ever, and my tip of my finger is disturbing to you. That's a very interesting... Whoa, what do you think these are?
That's where they brought the supplies from North America to South America.
These look actually very old. Look at the wheels on this.
Got some tread left. It's still good.
Those are very old. Wheels in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow, but hopefully people subscribe and they can find out. Who knows what artist sang that song? Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where. Who does, honestly? You have something mentally wrong with you if you have no earthly clue where you're going to be tomorrow. I travel a lot, but I still have a generalization, an idea of normally where I'm going to be tomorrow. So that's confusing. I can understand maybe a portion of the year if you're a vagrant traveler kind of like I am. You might not know where you're going to be a portion of the time. But not every day. Some days you do know where you're going to be.
Goals in your
the
life.
Next day. You got to have goals. You're trying to show me something.
No, I'm not. I'm just rubbing this because I feel like touching everything.
That is old school. Look at that.
Is old school.
You can actually tell. There's another train station here on the other side of town where they shot part of Ernest Saves Christmas, and this looks like very similar to the original old school, probably 50s and 60s architecture of a wood bench.
You know, they were smaller back then, so that's the thing. That's why they sit like this, so they can relax and read the paper. Oh, did you hear what happened in the paper, they said. The other guy said, oh no, I did not hear what happened in the paper. And it's like, oh, you're just not going to believe it.
Having a jovial time.
Yeah, talking about the old kinds of...
And we are having it. Oh, wait. I was going to say we're having a jovial time, but I got way more excited by this. This is like a display case, not that for a movie poster, but you could actually put a human torso in there. If we could get inside there, you could be on display. You could display yourself to all the people that are walking by.
Change this into like the red light district really quick. It's called the train station, you see. And everyone...
Look at that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just keep on going, you know, you honk the horn. That's pulling, like when the train comes by, you go, oh, look, it's the red light district. And the guy...
The train...
speeds
by. Everyone's going to see you barely out of the corner of their peripheral vision. There's Scott Eucken holding a sandwich. But I was going to pinpoint out this rusted awning that's up there. That's actually really cool, very old school. There's still a little bit more to show you. We should walk to the very end. We're giving them a whole tour of the old Church Street station, which hopefully one day will return to its glory. The thing is, there's a lot of other... And why do you think Church Street Station nightlife is not what it once was? Do you have any assumptions on that exactly?
Okay, so when Church Street first came up, there was no Disney, right?
There was Disney, but it was at the very beginning. Disney came in 71, but there was no Disney nightlife.
Yeah, there was just Magic Kingdom. There was no Epcot. So this was a place where you would go, have fun, go see stuff that you can't do anywhere else. There's no other place you can go that has a haunted attraction right down here.
Exactly.
It's got this theme like an old town, like some other place I've been to once before that is themed like an old town.
So basically you're saying that Church Street, I'm putting words in your mouth, Church Street Station paved the way for Orlando area nightlife attractions.
Well, I mean, you also, okay, if you're going to have a place where people live, a common ground, you've got to have places for people to entertain themselves at night. Some people like to go out drinking. This is the alternative to going to a theme park.
Very, very true. But for some people, this is the theme park. Look at this. This is the famous shot you see in all the old brochures. Church Street Station. You should come over here and get a picture real quick. Just stand kind of right here. There's no cars coming. We have to take a default here. Stand kind of in that
There's
area.
the car.
There's a car coming. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. Normally they block this off. We could probably do it from here. Here, stand as close to the speeding traffic as possible without being tarnished in the elbow. Just kind of stand here. Let's get a shot. Just kind of do like an epic pose, like that. Yeah. No, not like you're dropping a deuce or using. All right, just a happy pose. Excellent. That was good.
Wonderful.
Very good, Scott Eucken.
Thank you very much.
So this is actually what you saw in all the old promotional materials. This was the mecca of nightlife in Orlando. Say late 80s, early 90s, probably until 96, 97, maybe even the turn of the century. They probably had one doozy of a millennium party out here. Prince was probably not out here singing 1999, but it was probably close to that level. There's a walkway across there. Lots changed. It's weird seeing these buildings in the frame. The Bumby Arcade sign is still there though. This is an original sign. There used to actually be an arcade in here. And look at the glasswork. Church Street Station. Whoa, look at this. That is incredible. Look at that glasswork, the stained glass. And look at that. Wow. Here's the old Bumby Arcade and Bumby Emporium. Not the Bumby Arcade. This is awesome. You can get your shoe shines here. There's no telling how old this is. Place your feet right there. Sit up in here. Get the old shoes.
Oh yeah, you gotta polish them off here. You know, these are.
You probably do not want to polish tennis shoes. I guess you could. But look, there's more shoe shine places in there. Look at this.
I think those are just chairs.
Oh, those are just regular chairs. But they're pretty fantastic looking. Look at this. Kind of looks like the shoe shine chairs, but not. Do not be deceived. It confused me.
About like when I see this architecture, I know this is supposed to be pre the 30s, this kind of thing, but it looks like the old Atari to me because everything was made out of wood back then, and this is kind of
it's all wood.
Let's go for that.
Solid wood. It's good to see that some of this still exists. Look at this. That is old school. Were you being a gentleman and holding the door?
Well, that's
what they did back in the day. Back when Church Street was thriving. So it's good that you're harnessing your gentlemanly skills. There's a fire, a blazing.
Do you think that's a good use of fuel? It's daytime.
You can smell it. Do you smell that? Smell it. And here's a little trivia question for you.
Okay.
Do you know what those little stabbing pokers are? Directly to the right and to the left? That is not a recreation of Marty Moose. What exactly are those pokers to the left and to the right, and why are they there?
You talking to me?
No. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to answer first. All right, it's on my second Jeopardy trip. Who's going to know the answer first?
Birds.
Yes,
Birds.
Birds perch up there. And they do not want birds perching up there, so that's their way of deterring the birds. You feed the birds nasty, disgusting sandwiches that you would never eat, or maybe you would eat if the camera wasn't rolling.
I don't think so.
Church Street does not want birds out here festooning themselves up there. Oh my gosh, look at this stained glass. I am infatuated with stained glass. This is the Cheyenne Saloon, which I think has been called the Cheyenne Saloon for quite some time. Look at this place.
Wow. I need to come in here.
That is pretty amazing. I do not know if the door is open. The door is locked. We cannot get in there. So that's basically the end of Church Street. That is the new Orlando. Is it called the Orlando Arena?
No, it's the Amway.
The Amway Center.
Amway Arena. Amway
Okay, the Amway Arena. The old one was about a mile or two away. They imploded it. I did a video where I actually got inside of there before it was gone, which was really awesome. But if you keep going this way, you pass through Church Street at the crossroads. What is this crossroads called? No idea. I-4 is right up there. You keep walking. That's the new Orlando Amway Center Arena. You should try to get in there as well.
Go?
Can we walk across?
Yeah, well,
We're walking across the road, Scott, whether you like it or not. This actually has some really cool stairwells inside. There used to be a bunch of shops, but I think it's actually closed to the general public. No, we're going this way.
Oh, no,
We're going this way. I was just trying to cross this road.
Excuse me.
There's actually been a couple movies, low-budget movies. One that actually ended up becoming a cult classic.
Miami Connection?
No, we're supposed to say it.
Oh, it's all right.
Disregard that. Strike that from the jury. Does anyone know the name of the movie that's called The Miami Connection that Scott already gave away? That was filmed in Orlando. One of the scenes, one of the major fight scenes was filmed right here. I didn't want to mention that because one day I'm going to do the filming locations
Oh my
of it.
God.
So disregard what is just said. Rewind it and then fast forward to this point. 21 minutes and 23 seconds. Disregard the last 30 seconds of this vlog. Rewind. Okay, that has been stricken from the memory. The fight scene from Miami Connection did not happen right here. We should try to get inside here.
There's so many good parts in that movie.
It is a great movie. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that anymore. Whoa, what's going on here?
Maybe there's going to be a party in here. And by party, I mean a bunch of ninjas showing up.
It is daytime. This is the TheDailyWoo Ninjas. The TheDailyWoo. This is more of a nighttime activity place. It is still open. It is still thriving. Do not consider this place abandoned because it is very well kept up. Very nice. You can see Church Street Station sign with about 318 buzzards floating over the top of that. What is that, the SunTrust building? That is very interesting. Why are there so many birds of prey up there? They got their Christmas decorations up. This place is actually pretty awesome. All I'm trying to say is this place used to be the mecca, the go-to default nighttime activity area in Orlando. The Bumby Block, made in 1886. Look at that. In 1886, someone with the last name of Bumby was probably riding his horse and carriage through here looking for some nighttime activities. And this is where it all began for Orlando and Central Florida. So let's recap. Downtown Orlando, Terror on Church Street,
Church Street
Scott
Station.
Yukin.
Oh, sorry.
Church Street Station, still open, still an awesome place to come at night. The old train station, look at that. The old train station.
Like their little, you could probably look out of one of those rooms, and it's a small little room right there. Like, look out. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Just come out there, and then you can have the rusty spoon in there too.
You know how we should end this vlog?
What?
I always like to end vlogs, and when I say always, I've never actually done it. So today I'm going to start doing this. I like to end vlogs if there is one usable inside a massive chair in front of a train station. So we're actually going to end the vlog, if it's okay with you, Scott.
I've got
Sitting in the chair. And whatever this company is actually going to get some free promotion. Ferg's Depot. We can eat, drink, and party. You want to have a seat?
Yeah, I do.
Very comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
So we should end it here in this chair. No, it's good.
All right.
He's offering to take the picture. We're actually just doing a video. Would you like to sit down with us, sir? You can get in the photo with us.
Oh, you want me to get in the photo with you, huh?
Get on in here.
Oh, all right.
Come on. What's your name, sir?
I'm Joe.
Joe?
Joe.
I'm Adam. That's
Hi,
Scott.
Adam. Scott, how are you?
And I would like
All
you to
right.
say, thanks for watching The Daily Woo.
Thank you for watching The Daily Woo.
All right. See you later.
We're set.
Goodbye.